Number one digital station, ladies and gentlemen, One Live Radio. It's now One Live Radio.
Get it from
You're listening to Pittsburgh.
It's on fire.
You are now listening to DJ Goodnight on One Live Radio. MixLR.com/OneLiveRadio.
One Live Radio, DJ Goodnight, broadcasting live from One Live Multi-Purpose Center, 1160 Hodgkiss Street, sitting down with the band Royce.
What's up?
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Can everybody introduce themselves, please?
I guess so. What's up? My name is James Royce. I am a lead guitar and lead vocalist.
I am Lady J, and I am also a vocalist.
I'm Jordan. I play drums.
I'm Miles. I play guitar.
Alright, so we have Miles that plays guitar and Chris that plays bass. And we are Royce. Dizzy is not able to be with us today. He felt ill.
It's cool.
not COVID, it's not Corona.
I've interviewed Diz before. I've known Diz since he was like in his first group when he was like 14, 15.
Oh, word?
The first place he ever performed at was one of my shows.
He
was still same waist size and everything. Same height.
Yep, everything.
I'm mad he's not here yet now because I figured we would have got a lot of really good stories.
Yes.
You were performing, weren't you supposed to be in there?
Yeah, actually there was a couple of times. Yep. And it'd be cool though because his parents would be there. You know, every show, always. You know? But so how'd you guys get together?
Oh, that is definitely quite the journey. This
How long do you
group.
have?
Do you have 4 years worth of conversation? No. The band was actually started 4 years ago. I started the project out of the necessity to create, and I wanted to work with other artists that wanted to do the same thing. And so we've had some band change outs. Jay is the OG member. She survived. And then the remainder.
Survived the cuts.
Right. Well, she made most of them. Let's not lie.
You're gone. You're cool.
Right. No, you good start.
But I met Miles and Boslin when they were performing with an artist named Johnny Good, and I was just so enamored by their performance that I'm a kid in the candy store, and I'm like, yo, guys, you're so awesome and cool. I'd love to rock with you sometime. And their lights and power just gone off, and they're like, sure. Miles is over there sucking down a cigarette, just his tossity to the roof. His amp isn't working. He's like, I swear to God, I didn't fucking work it.
It was a fun day now that we reflect on it.
Right.
Definitely, I was like, oh man, fuck everything. And I was like, oh, what's up, dude?
And then I had the opportunity to play with them the first time at the Glitter Box, and they loved the sound and the music.
Oh man, I forgot that was our first show. Yeah,
Right?
That was a good show. That was a cool spot.
And then I met Chris. We were playing a show, La Creme, and he walked up and was like,
We met in Monroe.
Oh yeah, that's right. We met in Monroeville.
I booked you at like
Right.
Give respect where respect is due, okay?
Yeah, I booked you for La Creme.
I met Chris at Monroeville, and he walks up to me and was like, yeah, I've heard your stuff. I really like it. And I was like, wow. I just put the album out a month ago. And then he actually reached out about La Creme, and we found ourselves in need of a bassist. And he came through, and he's been shining ever since.
Cool.
And of course, there's Disney.
So how long have you guys actually been a band?
This band, we've been together for, I want to say, a year. And
Cephalo's was the first show I played.
Yeah.
Cephalo's, and that was January of last year.
Okay.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
So,
Wow.
It's been
yeah,
exactly a
we-
year, right?
So this group has been a
Happy anniversary.
Right.
We made it. I didn't get cut this year. I made it 1 year. Couple more years, I'm in the
So the first time I seen you guys was at the Hippie Swavy show.
Yeah.
How did that come to be?
Dizzy. Hippie had put out.
Internet.
Yeah.
So Dizzy hit me up and was like, hey, play guitar for this dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. And then it turned into, I approached him and I said, hey, like, instead of just playing guitar, can I just put together a backing band of people that I know, like, are not gonna fucking fuck it up.
Yeah.
And, you know, we all got together in like the week before, I think.
Really?
The
So
Yeah.
The week of.
yeah, that's what I was trying to see. Like, how long had you guys been together before that
It
show?
was like maybe 6 days.
Really?
And maybe like 2 practices.
Yeah, and I missed the
Okay.
first one.
We kind of
Yeah.
pride ourselves on trying to like be that backing band because there's a lot of hip hop artists that just go off of a track.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey man, we jam together all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Because honestly, like, I've been promoting shows. In matter of fact, January 23rd will be 24 years.
Hey.
So over the years, thank you. Over the years, like, I've seen artists come and go, and I've always been trying to put together or find a group of artists to back hip hop artists.
Well,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because, you know, COVID's going to be over, hopefully, and we're going to open soon again. And I worked with a organization called NACA, and it's called, NACA is National Association for College Activities. And so, like, I've been researching it, and I even went up to one of their conferences to check it out. So basically, it's like a convention they have, usually in October, for this region, which is considered the Mid-Atlantic region. And what they do is all the colleges from Pennsylvania, DC, Maryland, Delaware, New York, New Jersey, Toronto, and I forget one other place. They come to this convention center for like 3 days, like a weekend. And artists submit to be booked to come and perform there.
Right.
So like you submit, you submit to come perform, and if you get invited, you pay a fee for each showcase that you want to be in. So not only can you be in the showcase, you can set a booth up and like sell merch, promote yourself. The college students come around. You get the book of all the contacts for all the colleges that come to the event, so that even if you don't get booked then, you can still reach out to them.
Yeah, you still,
Yeah.
you made out.
But now, like I've been researching it, so like you could submit as an artist, you know, like you guys could just submit yourself. But if you submit as a company, you can submit like 10 artists at a time.
All right.
So that I'm thinking, like if you have a band with different artists in it, they're more likely going to book them
Right.
because of the variety that you get in one thing.
Right.
You know? Yeah. So like I'm looking at what they pay. Low level, $1,250, $1,500 per performance.
Right.
But that doesn't include, they'll pay for your room and board, your transportation,
Right.
and your stage show. So like, you know, you got pyrotechnics, lighting, whatever, they pay there's a budget for all that shit. And then they do this thing called block booking. So WVU, Potomac State, and University of Maryland want to book you on a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The three of them get together and they'll pitch in on your room and board and transportation. You take, instead of $1,500 or instead of like $2,500, you get paid $2,000 per event, but you're guaranteed 3 shows.
Wow.
We were sold when you said get paid.
Yeah, I mean,
when you were like, hey, they're not
Like,
going to give
oh,
you
you're gonna
peanuts,
make
like,
money.
we were like,
you lost me with the fee, but you got me with the.
Yeah.
we have to find out how much
in
it's
drink
fee,
tickets or
man.
some
Yeah.
shit, you know? It's all
Yeah, but
good.
see, that's the thing though, like,
You have a tip
that's
jar.
why you submit as a company,
Right.
so that, like, because if you submit as an artist, each artist has to
Pay that
pay a fee.
Right.
You submit as a company, you just
What an idea.
pay the company fee.
Yeah, that's
What an
what
idea.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So pretty much, I
Okay,
tried to submit artists in 2019. Like I did auditions here, and the problem I was running into is half of the hip hop artists were lip syncing, like they're performing, not lip syncing, but performing over their tracks.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you can't do that. Not if somebody's going to pay you $1,500 to perform.
No
They don't
tracks.
want to watch you lip sync.
Yeah.
You know. So there was like one artist, and the song he performed wasn't. I didn't think it showed his talent, so I asked him to perform another song where he rapped and he sang, and I sent that in, and he got an invite, but at the time he couldn't go because he works in the oil fields, like in the frac. So he was out and he couldn't go. But like I said, it can happen. But what I've been trying to do is show artists like what you have to do in order to probably best qualify. Because they're going to look at your Instagram, all your social media. They're going to want video performances of you performing in front of crowds and stuff like that. So like if you start tracking that stuff now, by the time it's time to submit, because the submission time is usually between May and June, and then October is when they actually have the conference.
Okay.
So like by May and June, have a bunch of good footage. Get somebody to make sure you get your social media up with all the pictures and stuff, and submit. I'm telling you, it'll work.
It sounds like a
So we
great
gotta
idea.
figure out how to play our instruments by May.
Yeah, I think I can learn how to play guitar by May.
I tuned 3 of the strings on my bass.
Okay, so the first song that you guys did was "I'm Not Okay," right?
First release.
First
from
release.
this
The first
band,
song
from this
we
past
released,
year,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
As this band.
Yeah, that was a really important song because we have made a lot of transitions in terms of not only bandmates but our sound.
Yeah.
When we first started, we were very blues, rock, and soul. And I've always had a passion and a love for both hip hop and rock.
Yeah.
Like, coming up, I grew up, I was listening to like POD and like sound. So like, yeah, I know about Payable on Death.
Instead of taking the test.
I passed. But I always loved that mixture, and so getting to work with Miles and Balls and Chris and hearing their input and what they felt, it gave me the opportunity to start to create and build on a different level and in a different genre. And so I'm Not Okay was that track that we really wanted to put out, and it was important.
Yeah. So, but what's the like? What's it about?
2020? How long did you have? No, so that song, it was right around 2020 and the coronavirus and everything is upset and everyone is like not feeling okay.
Yeah.
Myself, I suffer with manic depression and I have like that mental difference. And I noticed that people are dealing with feelings that I deal with on the regular.
Yeah.
But I can't talk about my music because then I get coined Drake.
Yeah.
So now that everyone else is like sappy and sad and emotional, we can take the opportunity and we can talk about these issues and hopefully create conversations or just like solutions. So the concept was about the coronavirus and it was about the Black Lives Matter movement, but it's also just more so about it's okay sometimes to not be okay. Because, we have this feeling, especially all 5 of us, where
Royce,
yes, sir.
I'm Not Okay. One Live Radio, DJ Goodnight, let's go.
As I said, 2 deadly viruses killing Americans. COVID-19 and racism climate. Now we all know that racism is not this year, but the latest racial charges is from just last night. The death of George Floyd. So not anything else.
I'm not okay, trying to break this cyclical cycle that's taking away my life force, and I need an escape. So give me a break if I'm taking too long to pick up all your calls.
Sometimes I just need a minute to see if I wanna keep living it. So hard to deal with the shit that I go through, I try to prevent it just for it to happen again and again. And I swear I don't think there's an end to this, no more pretending it's for my own benefit. Lately I feel like I'm out of my element. I
Don't wanna talk about nothing, I roll with the punches, I stand on my own too. I let my mind keep on rushing, no point in discussing. I don't do. I wish that I could be somebody else. If I could, then I would, cause I want to. Y'all don't want nothing to do with me usually, so why not leave me alone too? Cause I'm not okay. Trying to break this physical cycle that's taking away my life for tonight. Can't escape, so give me a break if I'm taking too long to pick up all your calls. I'm not okay. Trying to break this physical cycle that's taking away my life for tonight. Can't escape, so give me a break if I'm taking too long to pick up all your calls. Back to my practice, I'm laying it back and I'm sick of these voices inside of my head. Cannot ignore it, I feel I'm exploding. I'm about to go cocking and boom and I'm dead. If you can understand all of my pain, you can understand why you're praying for that. You can never even look me in my eye, cause you never heard a word that I said. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm gonna hit me and hit me if I need some thoughts in my mind. I'm feeling, but I don't have nothing, no, I don't got anything. I losing my sanity, losing my hope. Don't even know if I can even go. Trying to roll, I'm smoking away, but I can't find a word to even say. I'm not okay. Trying to break this physical cycle that's taking away my life for tonight. Can't escape, so give me a break if I'm taking too long to pick up all your calls. I'm not okay. Trying to break this physical cycle that's taking away my life for tonight. Can't escape, so give me a break if I'm taking too long to pick up all your calls.
One Life Radio DJ, good night. That was Royce. I'm not okay. Yeah, y'all got to tell me.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. We feel good about that.
So, what's the plans for 2021? You know, you're gonna drop a project, or how far are y'all into recording?
Yeah, Royce.
Captain.
We're all about to learn what's gonna happen.
If you can't tell, I do keep my band at incognito sometimes. I keep that shit secret. But so the plan is we're gonna be releasing our full-length debut album, Life, Love, and the Thoughts Thereafter.
Okay.
We're not sure what date of release, but I am in my head planning to finish all the music before April.
Okay.
So going through the mass amount of music that we have, because we have like
mass amounts.
Yeah, there's
So like
30
a
songs.
420 release date could be happening.
I mean, that could
That's
definitely
crazy because wait.
happen.
You said 420. His birthday just happens to be the 22nd.
Yeah, my
of
birthday's
April,
the
so that could be a
22nd.
whole
Okay.
celebration week right
So-
there.
Yeah. So something to also look forward to.
Mention the podcast.
And I'm like, I'm like, what is he doing? Okay, so yeah. There's a lot going on in 2021 that Royce is involved in. We also have a podcast myself and Chris are working on.
Okay.
It's called Cigars and Guitars.
Okay.
The premise is to talk to musicians and to talk about like real life shit that happens with musicians. Like once you're bit with that bug, it's very, very hard. Like it keeps me up at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I also have to get up and be a boyfriend and a father. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally understand.
I mean, we're gonna hit on a lot of things, but it's like balancing careers.
So like, where do you guys record it at?
So we're still working on the
Great question.
space and like the aesthetic that we're looking for.
He's like,
You know what? Hey,
We'll
you know,
see.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's definitely a possibility because we want to be able to smoke cigars indoors and there's not a lot of space where you can do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sounds like a good idea. We're also Miles has been doing this cipher thing,
Yeah.
and
I will be there this week, everybody.
I'm like, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be there tomorrow.
I'll hold you to it.
I'm
And so like it's just, talk about that a little bit, Miley.
We've just been doing kind of like how you're talking about hippie. Like,
Yeah.
Like, we got a large group of musicians who are always jamming together, and we're
Okay.
trying to back up. Like, there's so many hip hop artists who have never played with
Live
another
musician.
Yeah, yeah,
musician
yeah.
ever. You know, they
Yeah.
you know they're doing backing tracks. No disrespect towards any of that, but
Well, the thing I'm going to offer, because I like where you're going with, you know, Spirit Lounge used to do something like that
Right.
every
I
Wednesday.
didn't know they did
Yeah,
something
Spirit
like that.
Sessions. We've
Yeah,
actually
Spirit
we actually
Sessions,
played there a
that's like an
couple
open
times.
mic.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Touch
So we
Yeah,
could do
we
something
played
like
there
that.
a
I'd
couple
definitely
times.
love to host
Be
something
so
like
down,
that.
man. Every week
Yeah,
I
Justin
invite
Strong.
like, there's probably like one or two core rappers. Like there's a lot of Royce and Dante. Like
Uh-huh.
we get like, we make sure it's not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So that, like just like kind of like, you know, an open mic
Yeah,
where like we can bring one or two people in while we have these restrictions. Like
yeah,
bring somebody in and be like, yo, your shit fucks. Like, you know,
Yeah.
your stuff's good. Like,
Fuck's hard.
come in and jam with the full
There's
band.
a
We'll
visual.
learn,
Yeah.
we'll learn all your shit. And, you know.
Well, I'll definitely, because like I said, in 24 years, I know a lot
Yeah.
of MCs. And I mean, just in the last year alone, from as many shows that have come through here, I've found newer artists and like artists like, usually it's kind of like, I kind of cherry pick, you know, because most of the time I do my own shows like once or twice a year, but most of the time, you know, somebody else books the show and I'm either the DJ or it's just my venue.
Right.
And I'll cherry pick it. Like whoever had a show, I'll be like, okay, you were the hottest person performing that night. Let me get your information.
Right.
And then the next show, the next show, the next show. So I've done that this year. And what I did is I have shows on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every year I do Black Friday because my birthday's around Black Friday. Sometimes it's on Black Friday. Sometimes it's, you know, that week of. But this year, it's been 10 years since the first Black Friday show. And so this year, because of COVID, I did it, but I made it private. It was just the artists and their people came through, and you know, all the drinks were on me, all the food was on me, and the group of artists that came through and performed would be perfect for a tour and to perform with a band.
Right.
So
Definitely. I mean, something else that we're also working out is I network with pianos and stuff because they have the space to do live recording. So we're
Yeah.
trying to do a series
Yeah.
there. Just because it's indoors and it's COVID. And then last year we actually did something called Party at the Pool, which we'll be reintroducing. And that will be, I didn't do it. And that's something we're trying to pick up and start and do probably like May or June.
Right.
We'll have other artists. Back Alley Sound performed the last time. Jaquia May. We had DJ Anomaly. We had Louis Castle. And so, like, being able to bring in more artists and bring in that flavor and having the aesthetic of it being at a pool
yeah.
is something that we're
Jaquay performs with my cousin. Did she perform with somebody playing guitar?
She didn't this time,
Yeah,
but she usually
normally
does.
she wanted to,
Yeah.
but he wasn't available that day.
Okay,
Right,
yeah,
right.
that's my cousin. My
Okay.
cousin.
Oh,
Yeah,
Really good.
yeah,
My
That's my
goodness.
sis. Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Jaquia May.
Just phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that whole One Hood
The whole clip,
organization.
right? The whole clip,
Yeah.
right? Her, Brittany,
Yeah.
Chantel, like, yeah, man, I'm there. Wow.
Tell
No,
them,
no,
tell people.
that whole crew rocks, and it's like, you know, they show the love, and you know, being able to say that we're even able to intermingle with some of the artists have come through there, even
Yeah.
like with Benji. So it's like Benji's
Yeah.
doing great big things right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we're all there rolling and trying to get the music out there. So
Yeah.
you know, we gotta support each other. And she came through, and like I said, sis, much love and respect to you because you've always come through for us.
Yeah, yeah, she's definitely dope. So you sent me a new song.
Yes.
Did you?
You say your new
Yeah.
song. You wanna play it?
Yeah.
You gonna play it? Yes. Please play it. I'm so excited about this. song.
This song is called Aim at the King, and it's a first mix.
With my radio DJ, good night, let's go.
Thank sons and daughters and rise from the graves, and we can finally apprehend. No one's trying to break us, no one's trying to take us. Those that told us we're only good enough for the plans, but we will rise again, we will take us, fight against our fears, and bring it back again. Where will you go? Where will you hide? We stand and fight. We will rise. Where will you go? Where will you hide? We stand and fight. We will rise. I am far from a sleeping over weeping giant. Pluck the eyes of timelessness so they can hear the violence. Ain't got time for the words of these false prophets. False kings sit on their thrones while they sip their goblets. Speaking talks behind my back, what they lack is fact. So they just react to the fact that I ain't coming back. Careful about the company that you keep. The shepherds out here listening, they following sheep. When they get to the God to the good, ain't nobody gonna stop when I'm under the hood. Everybody wanna ask, what you really gonna do when the nigga gon' spaz? I'm so far, nobody never gonna crash. When I finally come down, y'all understand that. So run. Nobody gonna stop me when the brother get it up and everybody get the record on. Run. We really get to going and still start showing them. Really get triggered to result. Where will you go? Where will you hide? We stand and fight. We will rise. Where will you go? Where will you hide? We stand and fight. We will rise.
Royce, Aim at the King. One Eye Radio, DJ Goodnight. Yeah, that's dope.
I can't wait to play drums on that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nasty, bro. It's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, that's dope. So that's a rough mix?
Yeah, that's a rough
That's
mix.
a rough mix.
Yeah, there's still some things I want to fix on it, but I mean that song is so funny to play it today after the debacle that happened at the Capitol building yesterday because
Get this started.
Let's do it. We're already here.
we're already here. But the song is about like challenging the establishment,
Yeah.
but it is about those that have been oppressed and those that have been hurting and us taking that stand to make things better.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing now when I've been talking to people, like this is a representation of what America is, which is sad. And we were kind of, I think, somewhat we were hoping that 2021, Biden's president, under the rug. And that shit stinks.
Yeah.
And so it's coming out.
Yeah.
So we want to, as a band, be able to offer the conversations and to hope to build discussions around solutions for those issues.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, that's dope. Just a suggestion, in my opinion, you need to drop that one, drop 2 singles and push them heavy for like the next 6 months, or at least up until you drop the project.
Well, see, you're right around where my plan is.
Right.
Because I want the next singles I want to drop are going to be 2 singles, and I want to do it with like dual album, like dual music video.
Yeah.
So I want to like drop them as a music video with one
Yeah.
part, and then just drop the singles.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
Yeah. No doubt.
It's fire.
Well, I'm looking forward to
You said thank you.
it. So, do you guys want to do some shout outs, put out social media?
Oh yes, definitely. Well, number one, I want to shout out Dizzy, who wasn't able to be here. He's such an integral part of the band, and we all are family, so definitely give him love. I want to shout out Stevie Wellens. She's been my vocal coach, and she's like, that's my auntie. I'd shout all you guys out, but you're here. But I know I got mad love for you in my heart. Our social media, we're Facebook, that is at Royce PGH. And on social media, it's Royce Official.
Right.
So check us out. What y'all want to say? I want to hear your voices.
Oh dear. There, you heard it. I'm done.
Bozzy has a boutique.
Yeah, I'm starting to sell clothes. You
Really?
know, vintage clothes and stuff like that. You know, I don't know what's jumping on it, but
I got this
it's
jacket from
yeah, got that. That one fit him perfectly.
That's
It was
dope.
really
We
lovely.
got Schway.
Yeah, I'm kind of using it as an opportunity to clothe my friends a little bit.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Because we're poor.
Yeah, we're all musicians.
starving
so we have
artists,
no money,
right?
You know, so.
2020 said
Well,
it's all
the thing I was
bar.
gonna say, I was gonna suggest for y'all too is like, cause I do merch. You know,
Yeah.
like I got the DJ Goodnight Panda is my mascot.
Yeah.
You know, I got merch for the station. Actually, this is for y'all. The tray and the grinders, and the jar for the weed.
Oh, thank you.
You know, so, but I mean, I can create something like that for y'all too. So just let me know. I do shirts, hoodies, and the thing that most people don't think about whenever they're doing merch is patches, because you can put patch on anything, and all of a sudden a $7 hat snapback can go for $15-20.
Right.
You know, just from a patch. And I gotta connect to get patches out of China cheap as hell. So
That's good.
just let me know,
We
like
got a
you guys got a
logo, we
logo,
good.
Yeah.
you know?
I'm all about the branding. He
Yeah.
knows it.
Did you do the rolling trays?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
He's like, I'm sold.
2021, you're not ready. You're not
Yeah,
ready.
and once you taste that purple gorilla, let me know because I got that on deck too. So.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to smoke it on the podcast.
I'm not supposed to tell people.
I mean,
I'm gonna take
I wanted to be
Dizzy
cool,
and
but-
just be like, yo, what the fuck y'all talking about?
yeah. Schmark that shit for Dizzy.
Shout out to Dizzy.
And I'm just gonna be quiet.
I see nothing.
Chris does bass YouTube videos.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right,
So,
Yeah, I started doing it myself, but the tech side of it is kind of beyond my limited mental capacity, and so I've actually affiliated with a very good, very well-known YouTube channel called Low End Lobster, which is kind of a silly name, but he does a very good job reviewing. I do his blog posts and help him come up with like concepts for the videos because I got a face for radio. I'm good behind the camera, so I'm happy to help where I can help.
Yeah.
And that's it goes with everything.
So I mean, what's the content? What is it?
We focus mainly on gear reviews, like
okay.
like different bass guitars, different amps, different
Okay.
different things, and so like he's like strictly a YouTube guy. I'm a gigging guy.
Yeah.
So like I can like say, well, this might be great for sitting in a living room with your camera, but once you get on stage, this thing sucks. Like
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you might be good for a session, but playing live, it's not.
and that's what we really look at is and he's really good about like he wants to get all those different viewpoints on the same things. And, so that's what
What's the YouTube page? What's it called?
It's called Low End Lobster.
Low End Lobster. So make sure y'all check it out. Well, again, I want to let you know I appreciate you guys coming through. Looking forward to new music, working together. Like I said, podcast. But
Yes.
again, like I said, I appreciate y'all coming. This is DJ Goodnight Show.
It's on fire.
You are now listening to DJ Goodnight on One Live Radio. Mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.
Ain't gonna tear that ass up.
You giving us your nightly review there? When I get home, I'm gonna tear that ass up. Be ready, prepared.
Suge Knight. I didn't know what the fuck you said, but
I said
I gotta open this one now.
he's giving his nightly review for the night.
I say we bring a couple wall hangers for guitars, and that's our backdrop.
And just do it.
Yeah. I mean, are you cool
Yeah,
with having
yeah.
more?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you do it?
So
We haven't started.
We
yet.
haven't started.
This is
yet.
the whole
Yeah,
thing. We've
so,
been having trouble finding a place to do it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So looking for a venue with the right aesthetic and like.
Because what I do, I have 3 podcasts going here. I charge $75 a month. You can get 2 hours, and there'll be a computer here so that you can record your podcast.
You get 2
just
hours
try-
a month.
No, you get 2. No, you get 2 hours a week.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you get 2 hours a week.
a month.
2 hours a month.
70.
Hey, you gotta ask questions. All right, maybe it's a dumb question, but you gotta ask.
So,
Not the wrong
fuck
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Now, real question for you, because I appreciate us talking about it, man. Like, you know, you're saying you got people in the back burner in the catalog, man. Like, I'd really love to fucking do a cipher here, and like, you want to just
Yeah,
like, you want to
that'd be
just you want to pick the artist every week, like.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Whatever
definitely
you
down
wanna
with doing
do.
that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
We're trying-
Right now, I'm closed for this
Yeah,
month.
Yeah.
You know, so
Right.
February we'll start doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, we can do it weekly.
Dude, we're trying to do it like, you know, we're breaking into a different genre, even though,
Yeah.
you know, we've been playing with Royce, you know, and we've been doing hip hop for a minute, man. But it's
Yeah.
not like we have 10+ years in like rock and
Yeah.
shit like that. But we got like 2 years into hip hop.
I'm sorry, I gotta get going. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
you got a
much.
nice drive.
I can't wait to
You
work
got
with you
like a nice
further. You're a
drive.
great guy. Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Yep.
But it'd be really fucking cool, man. Even if like
See you, buddy.
Elon had just like pitched you and be like.